Hello, Cancer. How are you? Welcome back to Marion K Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Cancer for November 2024. I hope you're well. The decks that I am using this month are the Unicorn's Journey Tarot, my apologies. And we've got the full size and we've got the cute wee dinky size. It's by Lisa Papez and they've just all slid off my table. Fantastic. Because they're super slidey. 2 seconds, Cancer. Okay, after that short interlude, that was an adventure, I can assure you. So anyway, as I say, I'm using the Unicorn's Journey Tarot for your month ahead reading, Cancer. And we do have the dinky mini size and it's amazing and it's staying there because, yeah, it's just staying there. So let's get a look in and see what energies we've got coming forward for Cancer in the month of November 2024. Please, let's see, we've got 2 of Earth, we've got the 4 of Air, we've got the Page of Water, we've got the Knight of Earth, we've got the 3 of Fire, and we've got the 9 of Fire. At the bottom of the deck, we have got the lovely Queen of Fire, which is a Queen of Wands. Now, this deck is for the suits. It's got the elements, okay. Earth being Pentacles, air being Swords, water being Cups, fire being Wands. Did I say that? I don't know. Cancer, what is going on with you? It feels like these are like extra dreamy this month. These are extra kind of a just a bit all over the place. When I tune in before I press the reading, before I press it, I can't even get my words out, Cancer. What the hell? Before I press record for videos, I do a little meditation and just kind of feel my way into the energy of the sign. And really, it was when I was getting myself into the kind of a mode for you guys. It was just very, it was foggy. That's the only way I can use to describe it. It was foggy and cloudy, and it felt like, it felt nice, but at the same time it felt quite weird. You know, it really did. You know, I'm still not quite, I don't think I'm quite back properly yet. Maybe that's why I had to stop the camera and pick up those cards and just kind of get a bit of focus again. But it feels like it feels like, you know, words are either difficult or you're having to be really careful about the words that you say this month. And that's just me picking things up psychically. Now, we do have the 4 elements here on the table. What's interesting is we don't have any major arcana. That's not to say any major things are not happening this month for November. It just means that in this spread of cards, there's no requirement for them. I don't know, maybe if we clarify, they'll come out. But the real thing here is this kind of a foggy, dreamlike status, but a kind of dare I say unhinged? I've just said it, so you know. It feels very much whereby some of you are in situations where you're just not quite sure of the next steps. You know, it's like you can literally see one step in front of you, and that's enough just now. There is things that you're going to have to defend this month. There's maybe even people that you're going to have to defend, um, and defend them you will. Cancer, it's like that. The very essence, one of the major core keywords for the sign of Cancer is protection. It's like you're ruled by the moon. There is that nourishing, nurturing nature to you. And I think at times it's been exploited by certain people. Now, if it's people, do I mean maybe workplaces, maybe jobs that you've been in, um, taking advantage of you. And I think, in the month of November, it's really an opportunity for you to take a step back from things if you can, like find time to rest if you've been overworking. It's like just take a wee break, Cancer. Find the time to have a wee break, because until you do, if your mind or if your emotions are constantly racing, then you're no good to anybody. It's like you need to kind of be that person, but at the same time be the person that it's like that old adage, Cancer, right? This is what it's like. It's like you put your oxygen mask on first before you help somebody else. And that's the energy that's coming through. You get two at Earth here, right? So you're juggling a lot. There is a lot going on. That's just it is. There's like some Cancerians I've known in my life. There is a huge amount going on right now for you. Um, it's just, and it is a lot. It's overwhelming, and it's about physicality. It can be your physical surroundings, somebody you care about's physical surroundings. It's just, that need to nurture is coming through so strongly. But you need to rest, Cancer. You need to take the 4 years advice, and you need some time out for yourself. Some of you could literally be spending time round about hospitals, round about medical places and medical facilities. The Four of Swords, it often comes up, when people are maybe visiting hospital or visiting others in hospital, are kind of running. What it feels like is, there's like quite a few of you that are maybe running back and forth to hospitals, are kind of utilizing that nurturing nature that you have got. Maybe there's somebody with appointments, etc. And you're being the strong person. You're like being this knight of earth. So cute. I swear these unicorns are just heartbreakingly gorgeous. It feels, like you're the person, you're pulling that cart, you're pulling the sleigh. Is it a sleigh? No, it's a cart. There is wee wheels there. So you're pulling this along, and you're the person who's in charge or in lead of this, and it's you're happily doing it. Because that is who you are as a person. But at the same time, it's bringing up a lot of emotions that you've either not felt for a long time, or they're new to you. There's a new way. It feels like there's a shift in emotions, or the dynamics between certain relationships that you have in your life, Cancer. It could may well be, that there's individuals who it feels like, there's maybe like a role reversal for some people, and that's difficult. You know, it's a difficult place to be. It's difficult to take on the responsibility, but it's also difficult if you're the person who is having to relinquish maybe some responsibilities that you've had, giving them over to other people because you've always been this caretaker person. And I mean, the sun is making lovely aspects to your sun. The fact that it's in Scorpio, it's in your sister's sign of Scorpio. Um, I mean, let's face it, it's like Scorpio's like the one of the fiercest signs in the zodiac. So at this time, it could be. I mean, water signs do tend to congregate together. So if you've got any Scorpios in your life, you'll know. Even if you don't know anything about astrology, you will know if you have Scorpios. They're the intense ones. And plus the fact their birthdays are this month, at the tail end of October, and most of November. Even if it's not a Scorpio, even if it's a Sagittarius, for instance, there may well be, that kind of a change in relationship dynamic. And I do keep um going back to that particular phrase, and it's showing up here in the cards for me, in the not necessarily the energy of the cards, but the actual artwork of the cards. It's like we've got the page of water here, right? But in the background we've got Mystic and another like water unicorn. But then we've got the page here in the foreground, so the page like is a student. Pages are students and they are like learning new things. So learning to relinquish or learning to embrace a a a responsibility, more responsibility than maybe you've been used to, or relinquishing responsibility. That three of fire as well, it's like really something it's stirring up emotions, and it does feel like there's this kind of a this need this need to go and search new things out, because you're either going to be defending yourself or you're defending somebody else. It could be that you're advocating for somebody. That's just came into me there. You're advocating and defending someone who is perhaps like their temperament is quite volatile. And maybe for instance, it's like we've got this Queen of Fire at the bottom of the deck here, which is the Queen of Wands. So a highly, highly um independent individual that's in your life, but they're having to kind of stand back, and you're literally defending. If you're like Mystic, you're literally defending against this dragon or against this other object, and it's been, the queen here is, she's looking on from the sidelines, and maybe that's difficult. If there's a certain person or situation in your life right now, and it's feeling like they're it feels like they're almost being, either you or other people are almost being made to feel redundant in their skills, which is not the case at all. It's just that for whatever reason, some rest has to take place. It's like it's all very well going 100 miles a minute, or 100 kilometres a minute, wherever you are in the world, whatever unit of measurement you choose to use. But rest is necessary. And it's that kind of a old adage. It's like, well, if you don't rest, then the universe will make you rest. And I guarantee that it's going to be the worst time. So please take some time out, Cancer. Okay, let's get a couple of clarification cards. And what I'm going to look at here is I'm going to look at this Four of Air. Simply because that's the one that feels the most gnarly, to be honest. Imagine, don't know. It's that kind of dreamlike state it's still coming over me. Okay, we've got a Queen of Earth here. Wow, okay. And underneath at the bottom of the deck, we have got the Four of Air again. Okay, so Queen of Earth is basically here to say, slow down, you know, take a moment. Cancer, just take a moment to chill the fuck out. Essentially. It's just asking you just to chill out. Maybe there's another earth sign in your life that you need to speak to in order to, but you know, there's an earth sign that you could maybe ask for help, reach out for help, you know, let's say your earth signs like your Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus, you know, your Capricorn's your polar opposite. But you know, it's like there's an invitation here to have some help, to have some assistance. And really, in order to rest, you need to ground yourself. You know, have some proper food. You've got a Queen of Earth here, right? She's clearly in the kitchen making some kind of stew or broth or soup. So yeah, please take some time to nurture and nourish yourself. So I hope that helps, Cancer. I hope that the month ahead, as I say, I mean, it's if you rest, then it'll be fine. You know, if you take some time for yourself, then it'll be fine. It just feels a bit like if you don't take a step back to look after yourself, then it's just going to be like, yeah, well, we're going to make you. You know, that's what I would suggest. And being noble and defending somebody, make sure you're defending the person. No, sorry. Make sure the person that you're defending is worth the effort. Okay? So I will leave you at that. I will see you in the weekly readings and I'll see you next month. Okay, my loves. You take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.